how to manage a team and what is a positive and negative reinforcement. How do you know that your employee's motivation system works? Does it really work? Can you elevate its effectiveness? Is it worth your time and efforts? Well, Hay Group findings show that motivated teams are 33% more productive than unengaged. Such a difference may cost millions in companies' losses. And today I will explain you what is a positive and negative reinforcement and how you can use this approach to manage your team. Coming up! Hi everyone, my name is Dmitry Bondar. My channel is for those who launch a business and target their first million. Subscribe on my channel, follow me on Instagram, support me on Patreon, links below, and I will bring you the best practices, tips and tricks to get your first million in business. Okay, do you know that Walmart budgets around $3 billion incentive plan annually to achieve its sales target and to manage the team? $3 billion just to improve team performance. This includes quarterly bonuses for associates, employed, gifts and special discounted cards coverage. Of course, the biggest corporations mostly rely upon their motivation system heavily on a monetary compensation. Sometimes this approach doesn't work. Why? Because working better and staying longer at a company is not about money. You will never stay at your company if you are not engaged, if you don't share values. Do you want more facts? About 37% of employees would work better at their workplace if they were provided more career opportunities, perspectives and training. Cash incentives would interest only 70% of employees as their only tool to be engaged more in company's life. That is why Walmart adds healthcare, training, competitions to the center of their employee recognition system. All such forms of encouragement are part of a positive reinforcement policy and must have for any business since it employs at least one employee. So even if you have 1, 2, 3 teammates, you have to use positive and negative reinforcement. It will help you to manage your team effectively and help you make your business more profitable. So now it's a great moment to explain you what is the reinforcement theory of motivation. It was proposed by Barhu Skinner, and this theory is based on the argument that any behavior can be impacted and changed upon empowering a certain number of actions. In fact, the business has applied these actions even before the theory's appearance. Still, Skinner, the name of the author, built a good fundament to systemize these actions and effectively control them by an employer. So basically what he did, he just make a easy to explain theory what is a positive and negative reinforcement. Okay, so let's make it clear. Positive reinforcement is designed by a business CEO and HR's managers. It must be redesigned and scheduled annually. In some cases, even quarterly or monthly, depending on the company's current actions. Its main function is to distinguish the best performers individually or in groups by giving them a certain type of incentives. So this is a positive reinforcement. In addition to Walmart case, given earlier good examples of effective positive incentives are career choice program at Amazon, for example 95% tuition covering for chosen course, or Patagonia's free yoga classes, or Netflix allowance to switch part-time and full-time, or Starbucks Beanstalk program with stock units for employees. All these examples, they are about positive reinforcement. Well, Where to start to design a perfect positive reinforcement system for your company? Begin with the targeted goals and the structure of your company. Define in numbers what are you going to achieve and what teams will be involved in the process. Then make sure the engaged employees clearly understand your goals. Watch my video about setting goals for the team. I explain everything how to set goals for your team. The next steps will be to define and sound the desired behavior of your employees. They must know about your expectations, wishes, values. It will help them to go in the right direction. And the last step is to show them how you will encourage this desired behavior. You may ask me, Dmitry, can you give me an example of the most effective monetary positive reinforcement tools to manage your team? Okay, it will be bonuses, awards, healthcare, paid vacations, sick leaves, maternity leaves, insurance. Also, it could be free professional training, sports and paid lunches, discounts for the company's products and services, free personal support, some comfortable facilities they can use, career perspectives, work schedule flexibility. There are a lot of positive reinforcement examples that I can share with you. And now it's a time to speak about negative reinforcement. You may think, okay, but if I deal with underperformer, what I can do? There is no way for positive reinforcement. Yes, you are right. It's also negative reinforcement also is an integral part of your motivation system. In fact, it balances well a positive reinforcement policy and cannot be expected as a powerful behavior stimulus tool. Do you remember kind of theory when that scientist Pavlov developed many years ago? So if you give some positive signal to the dog will be doing something. But if you give a kind of negative reinforcement, if you hurt the dog could understand that it's not a kind of behavior that you're expecting from the dog. So basically, it works in the same way. Like positive reinforcement must be designed and scheduled annually or even more often. Why it's so important? Well, at first, it's not a punishment. So negative reinforcement, it's not a new way of punishment. While punishing for bad performance can have unexpected consequence, emotional, compensatory, time-consuming, application of negative reinforcement will encourage a good performance. For example, to increase your business sales, both positive and negative reinforcement tools can be applied. For example, offer a quarterly bonuses for targeted sales will be a positive reinforcement. Constantly remind of targeted sales will be a negative reinforcement. So you will give them like a two ways what they can do to achieve these sales goals. For example, Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, used these motivational speeches as a positive reinforcement and direct touch and open discussions as a negative reinforcement. His encouragement of accepting mistakes and failures is also a negative reinforcement tool. Let me share with you what is the list of most effective monetary negative reinforcement tools to manage your team. For example, decrease of rewards and bonuses, unpaid vacation or sick leave, exemption from award list, other impulses you can also use as a negative reinforcement could be, let's say, absence of career perspectives. Just stay on this place, you will not be promoted. Or lack of personal support and communication. I will not be speaking with you till the moment when you make a good and high sales number. Or for example, feedback marking a consequence of inappropriate behavior. You will be fired if you do this. A clear statement of bad consequence for the whole company in the case of goal are not achieved. It's also a way of negative reinforcement. The ideal motivation system should include 50% of positive and 50% of negative reinforcement tools. Some companies rely heavily on the monetary system of rewards, but such important incentives as engagement, comfortable workplace and life-work balance are must-have. Okay, I hope at the end of this video you became familiar with positive and negative reinforcement and how it can help you to manage your team and build your multi-million business. And my question of the day is, what is the most favorite positive and negative reinforcement you used or your boss used in your company? I will be waiting for your answer in the comments. Please watch my video, subscribe to my channel, and I promise you to deliver a lot of valuable and easy to use content to build your first million in business. Thank you for watching and peace out!